Hello, this is a preparatory recording for our upcoming class in the first cluster of sughyoth in the Talmud about Ben Hashemashoth and Seth Hakokhabhim. So the first thing we need to do is become familiar with this at the beginning of Perashat Emor, not exactly the beginning, but in there. And because there's going to be a key pasuk, which is the basis of a derasha to encode or connect the din mufla, which unfolds in this sugya. So we're going to start here. Ish mizera aharon vehu sarua oza bakodashim lo yochal ad asher ithar והנוגע בכל תמי נפש או איש אשר תצא ממנו שכבת זרע או איש אשר ידע בכל שרס אשר יתמלא או באדם אשר יתמלא לכל טומאתו נפש אשר תגע בו וטמאה עד הערב ולא יאכל מן הקודשים כי אם רחס בשרו במים ובשמש וטהר ואחר יאכל מן הקודשים כי לחמו הוא. I want you to study what these words mean, and we'll take it from there. One point, Abraham ibn Azra on the language, Uba Hashemesh v'taher, Yadua ki v'taher shav el haptameh. So it's known that the word v'taher, which is a stative verb, refers to the state of a person. Yadua, it's known, ki v'taher shab el haptameh kemo v'chiper aleha hakohen v'tahera. There's an earlier pasuk talking about a woman, that's ishat tazriya. When the kohen makes the kappara, which is a process for her, the tahera, when he does that ritual, she becomes tehora. The end b'pasuk zefer yom. This pasuk Taher doesn't say anything about the day. Rak Chachamenu zichronam libracha ha'atiku afilu sheyabo hashemesh lo yochal ad sur ha'or v'samu zeh pasuk le'asmachta kasher pirashti b'pasuk le'am nochri al ken ameru taher yoma. Very important. This word, Uba Hashemesh v'taher, refers to the Kohen. Therefore, it's what the Sughya calls Taher Gabra, which is going to be rejected rhetorically. But the original meaning of this pasuk was Uba Hashemesh v'taher v'achar yochal min hakodashim. Once Bi'at Shimsho occurs, which in the original meaning of 1300 BC clearly means sunset. When the sun goes down, v'taher, the man becomes tahor. So Abraham ibn Azra points out v'taher shab el haptameh. And this pasuk, he continues, doesn't have any mention of the day. So what do you mean v'taher? Taher gabra in the language of our sugya rak hazal ha'atiku afilu sheyavo hashemesh lo yochal ad sur ha'or. But the Chachamim in our sugya change the meaning to taher ora. So they split these three words into two pieces. Wa hashemesh phase 1 sunset, v'taher phase 2 sur ha'or min hashamayim v'samu zeh pasuk le'asmachta. That's what they call taher ora. It's not written in the pasuk. It's not the original meaning. So they use this pasuk as an asmachta for this new idea of taher ora. That's very important. Next, I want to cover the, let's see what's wrong there. Why doesn't it go down? Come back to this window. Just give me a minute. It's not letting me. Why is that? Okay, I have to do it from here. Okay. So now I want to study the Mishnah. Now that you know the Pisukim that are central to this sugya, this is the only pasuk that's really involved. This is the original meaning, and then Abraham ibn Azra telling you it's used as an asmachta. What does that mean? New legislation. Next, the Mishnah itself. And you should try to memorize this. Notice carefully there's a chirik with a nun that keeps repeating. It's a rhyme. מתי קוראים את שמע בערבין משעה שהכהנים נכנסים לאכול בתרומתן עד סוף האשמורת הראשונה, דברי רבי אליעזר והחכמים אומרים עד חצות, רבן גמליאל אומר עד שיעלה עמוד השחר. Careful, this sheya'aleh has a daresh in the yod. Why? You can't have an open syllable with a serol. So the syllable has to be closed. The yod is doubled. Let's read it again. And I want you to tell me the structure of this sugya. Here's an opening question and then 3 answers. Me'ematai korin et shema be'arvin misha'a shehakohanim nichnasin le'echol betrumatan עד סוף האשמורת הראשונה, דברי רבי אליעזר והחכמים אומרים עד חצות, רבן גמליאל אומר עד שיעלה עמוד השחר. Correction. There's a question and 1 answer, and then ad has 3 alternatives. So question, 1 answer, no mahloket, bistam. 3, then ad when? We start with me'ematai. When's the beginning of the time window? When's the end of the time window? This ad has 3 alternatives, which is a mahloket, and that's the end of it. So it's a little bit unbalanced. There's 2 parts. Opening question, answer to the opening question. No question, but it's implied. So when is ad? So ad when? 3 alternatives. 2 parts, but a little unbalanced because the second part has 3 alternatives. You guys should read the Kitab Siraj yourself. That's very important. And I'm going to do 1 more source and then we're done. Let me recite this 1 more time. מאמתי קוראים את שמע בערבין משעה שהכהנים נכנסים לאכול בתרומתן. Pause. Now the second part. עד סוף האשמורת הראשונה, דברי רבי אליעזר והחכמים אומרים עד חצות, רבן גמליאל אומר עד שיעלה עמוד השחר. Now 1 more source, Tosefta, same tune. מאמתי קוראים את שמע בערבית משעה שבני אדם נכנסים לאכול פיתן בערבי שבתות, דברי רבי מאיר והחכמים אומרים בשעה שהכהנים זכאים לאכול בתרומתן, סימן לדבר צאת הכוכבים, ואף על פי שאין ראיה לדבר, זכר לדבר, וחסיים מחזיקים ברמחים מעלות השחר עד צאת הכוכבים. You guys will tell me the structure. Figure it out, please. מאמתי קוראים את שמע בערבית משעה שבני אדם נכנסים לאכול פיתן בערבי שבתות, דברי רבי מאיר והחכמים אומרים בשעה שהכהנים זכאים לאכול בתרומתן, סימן לדבר צאת הכוכבים, ואף על פי שאין ראיה לדבר, זכר לדבר, וחסיים מחזיקים ברמחים מעלות השחר עד צאת הכוכבים. This is the only place that the term צאת הכוכבים is in the Tanaitic sources for this sugya. Now, here we have me'ematai, no ad sof, just the question me'ematai, same as in the Mishnah. produces a mahloket in the Mishnah answering bistam. Are one of these alternatives in the Tosefta the setam that shows up in our Mishnah? Which one and why? And that's the end of my preparatory session. Thank you very much. And we are done.